Welcome to the Phoenix Luxor Mindset Experience. This event is to reset and rebuild your subconscious mind to help you manifest all that you desire. This event includes weekly assignments. This is a 30, 60, 90-day event. By the end of the 90 days, you will be able to manifest like a pro. 30 days is $333, 60 days is $555, and 90 days is $777. You will have 24/7 access to me to help you motivate and inspire you to get wherever you need to get. Regardless of your desires, big or small, this event could help you. Check out the blog spot.
Wow, good evening. Good Wednesday evening, honey. 5/24/23, girl. Yes, girl. Hello. Bitch, when I tell you that, girl, today was the motherfucking day. Baby, when I tell you, first off, before we get into this video, I want to say shout out to my people out there, okay? And of course, I want to say this. I know it's fun. It sounds exciting for me too to be like, girl, I don't want to do nothing today. But just, go online and chop it up with my people. But unfortunately and fortunately, a bitch is booked and motherfucking busy. And very lightly, politely, and widely, as a spiritual advisor, there is maintenance work for yourself that you need to maintain, like that you need to do for yourself, right? So being a spiritualist is not just about knowing something and coming forward and offering a service. Just as, a spiritualist advise you on your work and how you need to maintain your work, we have to do the exact same stuff. So of course there is self-care for the mundane. And then there's a little more that you have to do as a spiritualist, going into, take care of your body, your mind, and your spirit, especially if you are someone who does readings and tap in and all the other good stuff. And something that I was taught a couple of years ago, and I want to talk about it very politely here, because I think that sometimes you have to speak layman terms, right? So you're not looking like you're completely out of the loop, right? So they're like, what the fuck is this bitch talking about? Everybody else is calling themselves this, that, and then this bitch is saying that she's that, right? That could go along the lines of, narcissism or whatever. But anyway, so there is a term that I was taught years ago by someone, or they actually told me what it was that I do. And I was like, well, okay, that's amazing to me, right? going into what I said about Geminis. But anyway, something very interesting. Like I said, we have to maintain ourselves. And so I did a lot of stuff today, a lot of maintaining work, which I do quite often, go outside, hug a tree, gaze upon the sun, lay out, roll up in the grass, if I can. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't, girl. I'm actually allergic to grass, certain type of grass too. In California, I have a lot of it. But I also went to the temple today. I had some appointments today. I dealt with some people in person today. And I also went by my nutritionist's office, y'all. And I'm actually happy, excited, bitch, whatever, that I'm actually down 7.3 motherfucking pounds since my last weigh-in, which was actually 3 weeks ago. So of course I'm excited about that because of course when people lose weight in the beginning, we assume that we're losing only water weight. But when I tell y'all that I put in the work, like, you don't know how many times I've been craving, a vanilla, a white cake, girl. And I'm like, girl, I'm gonna buy the cake, just to test myself, right? Because they say, bitch, when you fucking with a fucking fiend, is when they're around something that triggers that fanatic energy, right? Like, oh, I'm fiending for it. Bitch, they're gonna devour everything that's in sight. So I literally bought this cake, and the first time, 2 weeks ago, I tested myself and I ate half of the cake. right? Because the big bitch in me was like, bitch, eat the whole cake, or it's cake gonna be stale tomorrow. But I actually ate the other half the next day. But then also going into this, a week ago, maybe even like 5 or 6 days ago, about another slice, and I actually broke it into three different halves for 3 different days. And this is one slice of cake, which I'm sure is probably only like 250 calories, blah, 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 but still. So, like I said, I just, been focused on my tea, drinking my water, getting my sleep, meditating, doing all the stuff I have to do to stay positive, because when the mind is healthy and positive, the body also follows suit. And of course, going into numbers, once again, I thought I was just losing water weight because I've been losing weight since March. I would say, seriously, April. I'm thinking, girl, I was losing water weight. And I thought maybe because the last time I had a check in, the bitch was like, you're only down, 3 pounds, 4 pounds. I'm like, fuck. Like, bitch, was it water weight I was losing? Now I'm about to plateau. But, bitch, we're literally 8 pounds. And of course, I'm sure I could have lost more, but I was not working out. I was just eating. So anyway, I'm excited about that. And realistically, y'all, when I started doing my weight loss stuff, I was at 289.9 pounds. Okay, bitch. Yes, 289.9. And literally right now, bitch, okay, I'm in my mid 40s. So I'm excited about that. And of course, the areas that I want to leave is not leaving just yet. The areas that I don't want to leave, I won't say are not leaving, but whatever. It is what it is. Anyway, so I want to jump in to this because, of course, I was going to get into the little Finny Luxor stuff. I'll come back and talk about that tomorrow because we'll have one more day. So, of course, this is the video on the Python spirits, as I promised y'all weeks ago, honey. And I just been, doing my thing, and just wasn't able to get into it. But tonight we're gonna get into it because, very ironically, I told you, people that I became fond of, I thought were a little different spiritual people, especially coming from what I've seen in the spiritual community for the past, few years from 2016 on up. We would say 2015, because 2015 I caught wind of some spiritualists and I was just turned off by it. And just so happened these spiritualists are, black females. And not saying that mean anything, because I've also came across black males, but the black male spiritualists typically show you that they're fucking fools. So you don't have to go in and kind of point out and swoop around, because in the way they talk and then they act, this grown ass nigga sitting up here, no children, he doesn't work, he doesn't provide for a wife, but he want to convince you that he heterosexual. And he want to also convince you that he's that nigga, right? Like all these girls want him. But it's like, baby, where's the ring on it? Where's the children at? Where's the legacy being built? Where's the goals and dreams that men like? So like I say, I just don't bother, getting into that, right? And so either way, the ones that I came across that seem to be a little, more conniving and sneaky and, try to come across a little, like they got it all together, or just so happen, the black female spiritualists. And I've also had bad experiences with them. So, of course, that made me come out and talk about the experience that I had. But either way, going to this because I don't want to get sidetracked because there's so much. I had a very long day today. I've been up since 6 o'clock this morning. Realistically, actually 3:30, but still 6 o'clock this morning because I had a lot I had to do. And so my brain is just like, ting, 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 ting. So there's a lot of sneakiness. 2016, of course, things was revealed. 2017, some of them showed their fucking face. And I would say the minions of the real ones. Because I learned that the higher up charlatans, the higher up con artists have people that work underneath them. And then those people have people that work underneath them. So it's just like, it's like a pyramid scheme, right? So you have like the queen at the top, and then the queen has like sub queens, and then those queens have like sub queens, and then those sub queens have like basic ass witches, and then basic ass witches have basic ass witches underneath them. And then before you know it, gross, it's just like people are volunteering to be like a part of this pyramid, don't even know they're a part of this fucking pyramid, which go into a whole bunch of shit like the Leviathan spirit. And like I said, we're going to lightly and politely talk about that because, of course, it is a serious thing. And of course, the Bible talks about this. But as I mentioned before, the Bible is what we call a two-headed experience, right? The Bible talks about a lot of things, but it talks about a lot of things in the spiritual way and the natural way. So people will get a little confused, especially going into, decoding the words and how things are put out there, to where they would think when God is saying that it is a sin for people to divinate, they would assume that all divination is bad, when in fact, being a prophetess is actually a part of divination. And we know a lot of that, right? We know a lot of Christian prophetess allegedly. But once again, going into the physical versus the spiritual, then you will know there's a big difference. Prophetess are actually people that communicate or receive messages, from deities, and they actually receive inspirational information. So something happened in their life, something is going on in their life, and instead of these Python spirit driven spiritualists who'll be like, I had to go to jail, I had to get fucked 20,000 times to get an STD to know that fucking random people wasn't good for me. That type of shit right there. People that have that type of energy, people that deal with that type of energy, once again, they're not getting their stuff from any type of deity. They're not getting their stuff. They're not getting no type of spiritual inspiration from anything of hierarchy. They're actually getting it from the Python spirit. And of course, going into the Python spirit, because of course we get into the etymology of all things, right? Python, Putin, put on, it's all the same damn thing. Greek word is snake, serpent, but also going into disguising oneself, putting on two faces. And that's why I've always been curious to know, when you see these spiritualists out here that are claiming that they've been in this for such a long time, they have no paper trails. And the ones who tend to have paper trails are usually like attacked, shut down, people come for them, or they're just like, bitch, I don't want to deal with this bullshit, right? I'll let the kindergarten special needs spiritualists have the fucking internet playground. So going into that, the Python spirit, of course, is in the Bible, and it talks about the Python spirit, I believe, in Acts, right? It goes into the Python spirit in Acts. Let me actually see if I can get it right together. It talks about it in many, many passages, but it talks about in Acts in particularly that there was a damsel. And if you don't know what damsel is, damsel actually means prostitute. Okay. Or, excuse me, slave, like working girl. So it could be still prostitute. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like a slave girl, like a sex trade type of energy. So damsel had the ability, she was possessed by the spirit of the python, and she was able to divinate and give all these men insight from a higher power. And coming to find out, in this act of this damsel, okay, because I don't want to say slave girl, this person using this darker source, low vibrational source to divinate with, she was actually spiritually binding people. She was actually spiritually detaching and spiritually attaching, right? What they call in modern day world mounting, right? Because it's always amazing to me how a lot of these people talk about mounting of spirits and shit, where I'm just like, girl, they're making it seem like it's a sexual type of energy, which, because mounting is very sexual nature, right? It's very sexual by nature. Horses mount on each other, elks mount on each other, animals mount on each other. So when I see these spirituals, I hear these spirituals talking about mounting of energy, I'm just like, why can't that just be attached? Why that just can't be conjuring? Why that just can't be possession, right? Why does it have to be mounting? So this spirit was able to divinate, and this spirit knew about dark and evil things, because I believe there was even a spiritual guy, and I think his name was Ed, and just so happened he was a black man. And I'm not saying this have to do with anything, but just happened this was a black man from the South, black American man from the South, and he claimed that his grandmama taught him psychic ability. What was his name, like Edward Kelly or something? And he said his grandma had a spirit that was a demon that would tell her stuff. So she was able to divinate with this spirit. What's a python spirit? Okay. And so, like I said, you have two different types of divinators, right? You have the prophetess or prophet, okay, channeler, whoever you want to go on to, okay, because these words are loosely used now, and people could be possessed by the python spirit, okay, of the Leviathan spirit, of course, going to, we, like I said, that's a whole nother video. I'm not going to get into that because that'll turn into a 5 hour, 6 hour long video. Okay. And they're getting their sources from low vibrational energy. And each time they give you insight on something, they're exchanging something for something. And that exchanging of something, and of course, going into voodoo and, all this other stuff that people be talking about, girl, there's an exchange of energy where they actually trap your soul. And a lot of these Python readers, Python spirit influenced people, the whole purpose of them is to to restrict the life out of you. So they're not here to build you up. They're here to tear you away. And like I said, there's Bible scriptures that talk about this. You can do your own research on this. Okay. Because I had people tell me that they had encounters with readers, teachers and everybody, girl, all these fucking terms, girl, mediums and shit, and you couldn't medium your ass out of fucking court. I'm a medium, girl. You couldn't fucking medium your ass out of a bankruptcy court, right? You couldn't possess the spirit of fucking anybody wealthy and fucking intelligent to fucking talk your way out of fucking court to where, bitch, you couldn't pay off that fucking debt. Like, let's talk about it. So once again, they're here to constrict and restrict the life out of you. They're here to disconnect you from your higher self, because in the Bible it talks about the abilities of this Python spirit and what exactly does it do. And then you also have people out there that actually decoded this and actually goes into what are the 7 signs, or what are the signs that you are under attack by the Python spirit, right? You've had a reading with a psychic. You've had, an interpretation with a reader, allegedly a spellcaster. And immediately they have to break you down. Immediately they have to go in and cut in on you. Okay. Whatever that is, however that is. Like I said, there's many examples. One of them could be, you see this man, you love this man, you see that, this is this is the one. And then they tell you, this is a no good ass motherfucker. We don't know why you waste your time with him. You could find better, blah, 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 blah. Once again, to get into your mind. And I told you this goes even to the darker side of psychology, because this is where it starts at. It starts in the mind, and it's the opposite of the Kundalini energy, right? The Python spirit operates the opposite way of the Kundalini energy. It actually operates from the crown and it spirals down into the root. So it has to slowly implant itself into you. And it starts with getting into your mind. And once it knows it has your mind, now it makes its way down into your heart. And then it makes its way down into to where these people are literally dictating your life. And I already told you, baby, as your spiritual advice, I'm not here to dictate your life. I give you advice. You take the advice. Okay. If you don't, okay. But if you do hit me back up again after I gave you advice, then of course I'm gonna have to let you have it and be like, listen, okay, you wasting time, money, and energy. You could be spending this money into your children's, college tuition. You could be using this money for other things, and we're doing the same shit over and over again because you're not following directions. So once again, people have had signs, they've had ailments, and they're like, yeah, the spirit just told me that this is supposed to happen. And I'm like, no, it's not, right? Physical attack, right? Physical fatigue, physical illness, you're vomiting, you're getting headaches, particularly in the front of your head, right? Now, if you don't have allergies or sinus problems, once again, this is the sign, okay? And once again, you've had blood work done, everything's normal, but you're still getting this. Going into loss of spiritual desire. Maybe you at one point in time was always into spirituality. Maybe you believed in psychics. Maybe you believed in tarot readers. Maybe you believed in, all this energy. And now all of a sudden you're just like, oh my God, it's a waste of time. They're all the same. Oh my God, whatever. That is also another sign. Having the energy or having the lack of energy to do anything that you love to do. You love to read, you love to write, you love to do anything. And all of a sudden you're like, hey, I used to love to write, now I have the writer's block. I used to love to, do whatever the case is. Now there's a spirit of lack coming through. Going into meditating, going into having dialogue with yourself, that also starts to change, right? Going into even, I believe, memory, right? You start to have short-term memory. You start to forget things very easily, and not just minor things because you had a very long day. But you just start to lose stuff, right? You start to lose track of time. You start to lose track of what you did last. Oh, God, I don't remember how I even got to this point today. Whatever. That's also a sign. Going into feeling overwhelmed, hopeless, having the spirit of anxiety or, being extreme anxious, right? out of the blue. You've never felt this way. Maybe you've had your anxiety under control, and all of a sudden you have this feeling just come over you. And I've actually witnessed someone go through this last year. Okay. And I'm like, listen, something ain't right. And of course it wasn't. Going into old habits and lifestyles, right? Old things you used to do changes, because when you elevate, things in you change. Your thoughts change, your actions change, the way you speak, the way you talk. And I keep telling people that if you meet people that are claiming to be spiritually inclined and yet they're still talking, walking, and acting the same way they did when they were like even a year ago, then something is probably not true. There's something else going on here. So old habits and lifestyles coming back to the surface. Once again, you're doing things that was once bettering yourself. Now all of a sudden you're just like, well, it doesn't matter because they said, we're all going to die eventually anyway. And last but not least is having a connection once again with your higher self, right? Not even stepping outside of the religious aspect, right? Maybe you're like, I don't want to do rituals no more because maybe money is getting funny. I don't want to do this no more, whatever. But relationships with yourself, right? You're doing things for yourself that are not making it better or evolving you or elevating you. Is actually descending you. It's actually making you fall further away from your goals and your dreams and your accomplishments. So you actually are setting goals for yourself, and just each year you're not accomplishing them. That is also a sign that you are under a spiritual attack and you have been possessed by a fucking python spirit. Now, of course, going into this very lightly and politely, because people are going to confuse python with even the serpent in the beginning of the Bible, where the serpent tricked Eve into eating the fig. And of course, I won't even get into that because we talk about the Bible talking about coming into knowing, and we know that the fig fruit actually does things to your eyes. It elevates your pituitary gland, your pineal gland. It actually gets energies and stuff circulating in your third eye. And if you don't know that now, you know that. You do your research on that if you want to as well. But either way, we know that the fig actually awakens you to see things a little different. It elevates your consciousness. It elevates the way that you process information, right? The neurons. It helps the brain to refunction, to regenerate itself. So I don't want to confuse you with the python spirit being that type of serpent versus the python spirit being an energy, okay, that is connected to the Leviathan spirit, which is a whole totally different spirit, right? That will get your motherfucking ass together. Okay. So once again, going into once you do your research on this too, you can, you do your digging, also the good stuff. Like I said, going into, there's many scriptures talk about the python spirit, having the ability to divinate, right? This is what, some of the scriptures are saying. People are, decoding what the scripture is saying, girl, like what they do with everything. But even going into, certain scriptures saying, soothsayers and divinators, and it's also saying python spirits, right? So it wouldn't be saying all this in the same area, in the same sentence, if it's all the same damn thing. It says python spirit or divinator, which altogether is a soothsayer, right? Someone who's able to foretell events, predict, and prophesize. Once again, as I mentioned before, the difference between a prophetess or prophet and a actual python spirit, or what people call divinator, is a prophetess or prophet is able to speak for God or a deity by divine inspiration. So just so happened they're in meditation, right? And we're not talking about, because I keep telling y'all this, and I'm not apologizing for this in any way, shape, or form. And if anybody want to reach out to me, there's nothing but space and opportunity. And what I mean by that, you can always send me an email. You can say, I want to do a live video with you. Whatever the case you want to start, when I go on your channel, we can talk about it. But there's no real spiritualists out here that is tapping into a divine source that is high, right? A divine energy that is universal, that know the codes to all things that are hidden and that are motherfucking in plain sight, out here smoking and motherfucking drinking and saying, while I was high, the spirit talked to me. The Most High talked to me while I was high. The Most High talked to me while I was drunk. I had to get drunk, and I started to get insight. And I'm going back into the day when they used to get drunk, and they used to get spirits on them. They used to get high. It's like, girl, We know that the heart space is a way of communication when it comes to real spirits. We also know that the throat is also a way that spirits communicate. So if you're out there tapping in on real spirits and real energy, and you're getting readings from real spiritualists, they're accessing this information through the throat and through the motherfucking heart space. Okay. So they're generally giving you insight. They're generally giving you information, hopefully to elevate you. They're not here to comfort you in your disconnect with your higher self. They're not here to, to allow you to say, well, oh yeah, baby, you don't got to worry about that. I want you to stay bummy. I want you to stay struggly. It's okay, girl. Everybody's not meant to be happy, successful, and healthy. It's okay, baby. Step it, girl. Step on that section, and girl, step like those. That's the type of shit right there. They don't want you to elevate. They don't want you to come into who you are meant to be. And I will always say, and I will continue to say, if you have the ability to do rituals, to do anything, right? Let's just say from a layman's perspective. Let's say I wasn't a spiritual person. Let's say I didn't believe in spiritual. Let's say I'm an atheist. And you came to me and you were trying to prove to me that you were gifted and you were powerful and you have the abilities to manifest things. The first thing I'm going to question is, why the hell are you living in the projects? Why the hell are you on assistance? Why the hell are you actually taking advantage of things that there are some people really out there that could be utilizing that? That's the first thing I'm going to ask, because now you're stepping into a different realm of, once again, manifesting, right? The average Joe don't know that they can burn a blue candle and have money come in. The average Joe don't know they can get a black and green candle and have money come to them that's owed to them, inheritance and all that. The average Joe doesn't know that. So I could see them being on that type of shit. Somebody who's claiming to be spiritually inspired, someone is saying they're claiming to be spiritually driven. And like I said, you're out here doing Section 8 rituals. I'm looking like, listen, girl, you might have the spirit of the python on you. You might have something else going on with you that you're not really seeing and feeling. There must be a lot. There might be a lot of stuff going on, right? Because once again, you elevate. You understand that there's steps to this. There's levels to this. And like I said, ain't no witch, ain't no psychic, however they claiming to be, they are claiming that they better and bigger than any motherfucker. And once again, bankruptcy, fucked up credit score, health is fucked up, and you ain't manifesting nothing in reality that you really motherfucking need. And you could take that as a read. You could take that as a motherfucking checkmate. But that's how that should go down. Even in a sense to where some of these people, and like I said, one of them told on herself, because of course, in the process of me reading books about this individual, they kind of came out and said, I like to be called a snake. It's like, I don't like to be called nothing but a snake. And I'm like, ooh, girl, wait a minute. And then it dawned on me where I was like, well, I mean, mama, is this woman that know everything about everybody's love life, but ain't got a man. And the man she got is a second hand down man. And there's not really anything that he can offer, because I doubt that he has bigger and better money than she do. And I doubt that together they are building a home structure to where their children are also going to be successful. I doubt that. Especially going into the time and the energy that this person put into the bullshit that they're a part of. So that's when I started stepping back and I start asking the Holy Spirit, oh, come on in here. I need you to show me what exactly is going on with this person. Bitch, I couldn't find the book. That was the first thing. I said, okay, totally forgot about that. Okay, let's keep it moving. Then I started noticing the drama. It was like drama. And not drama being brought to your front door like drama is always brought to mine. We're talking about this person was literally putting himself in the drama and coming out and calling people, he, she's. And I'm just like, wait a minute, mama. Wait a minute. Like, this is not somebody attacking you and you're defending yourself. This is you literally speaking some ill shit up. So maybe you're not a chosen one. Maybe you're somebody who wants to be a chosen one. Or maybe your agenda is to taking out the chosen ones. Because going into the agenda, once again, of the python spirit is to hinder you. It's to destroy your spiritual and physical life. And they also starts to take away your breath, right? Physically, metaphorically, however, whatever. They would do everything in their power to try to make sure that you're looked at as the bad guy. Okay? Some of you have hit me up, and I got information on that too, bitch. If I need to, girl, just like I said, if any of this shit ever gets taken to court by any of these basic ass wannabe witches, I have clients that they have had of theirs because I asked for proof. I was like, well, bitch, you could be anybody claiming that you were a client of theirs. Sending over proof of payment being sent, sending over text messages, sending over all this stuff. That's how I got some of their numbers. And literally threatening these clients, if you don't send over that money, I'm gonna reach out to your ex-husband and tell him that you're getting spiritual work done on him and that he needs to step in and call the CPS on you because you be leaving your kids at home while you go to work. Just some shady ass shit. And I'm just like, bitch, this is not no spiritually driven people. This is not no divine energy talking to them. And that's why I say even going into demonic energy versus demonic entities, right? We all have the ability to tap in to demonic frequencies, right? But a lot of these people are subservient to that type of energy. And anybody out here is saying that they are, and we're not talking about Lucifer or Satan, because like I said, that gets into a whole other conversation. But anybody out here saying demon, 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 they don't tell you the name of the demon. They not tell you what spirits they're connected to. And they're like, yeah, I believe in demons and I'm a demon and I worship. Like, girl, they telling you the truth. And like I said, they're not tapping into anything to give you life because that type of energy does nothing but give you death. There's nothing that a demonic witch can give you outside of motherfucking death energy and death frequency. And it kind of goes back into a little experience that I had with somebody I used to talk to a long, long time ago who was a thief, who was a liar, who was a motherfucking con artist. And they actually got arrested many, many times, girl, for doing this shit. And I didn't even know it because I thought mama was like working hard. That's why we wasn't talking a week at a time, 2 weeks at a time. And then I think one time we didn't talk for almost a year. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So either way, they made it seem like, well, girl, when I found out, oh, girl, I got I did a background check on you and I found out that, girl, you went to jail for credit card fraud and you actually was doing identity theft. Oh, you don't got to worry about that with me and you, though, sis, because I love you and you my sister and I will never do that to you. I do that to people that got like whatever. Okay, I let that go. I was like, okay, maybe she's right. Then mama got caught shoplifting at Walmart. And at that time, I loved Walmart. So I was like, bitch, you making the price of shit go up. This is why the fucking soaps go from $4.63 to fucking $5.72, bitch, because you out here fucking stealing. They got to fucking read. So girl, I was like, girl, but I won't do that to you, though, sis. Like, Walmart is a big corporation. They can take the loss. I'm like, no, bitch. So make a long story short, something went down where mama was all like, girl, I need you to co-sign for something for me. And I'm like, okay, what I got to do? I need you to send me over a copy of your ID front and back. I need you to send me over your social security. I said, wait, No. I said, no. I said, I said, yeah, bitch, I know exactly what you're trying to do. So that's what these energies be doing, right? These Python, these put on spiritualists, right? They give the illusion, I'm here to help. But like I said, it's always from a fucked up perspective. And even going into y'all who get work done with me, I even tell you, when we're doing work, I advise you, before we get into the dark energy, I advise you to do the light stuff first. Now, if you talk to the individual lightly and politely, and they still like, fuck you, you giving them warning, like, hey, listen, I don't really want to go about it this way, blah, 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 blah. And they're still like, bitch, I don't give a fuck, they dodging you. Or they show up and they show out, meaning that they put you in danger. They try to fuck up your livelihood. Then I'm like, let's go to that heavy, dark shit. Because as I put into the Proverbs that I put up there today was, people who fight evil with evil will never have evil to go away. You always have bad experiences. And we're not just talking about minor shit. We're talking about, like, girl, your health ain't getting better. Your money situation ain't changing. And bitch, you can't get nothing out of anything. It's hard for you to get the house. It's hard for you to get the car. Anything that you ever wanted to accomplish, it's hard for that to come true for you. And that's what I'm speaking of. So it's like, pay attention to, bottom line, pay attention to these energies. Pay attention to these individuals. Individuals out here saying they're manifesting. Then they got you thinking, well, I would never let a single person by choice, because like I said, I would never do any work on a man to keep him next to me. Okay. I know how to suck dick without getting too graphic. I know how to fuck right. I know how to suck right. I know how to cook right. I know how to keep a motherfucking man happy. And it's more than just sex. It takes a lot of shit to keep a man together. So I know how to do all that. I'm single by motherfucking choice. So, like I said, anybody, oh, I had to put some panty soup on him to keep him. It's like, girl, you already talking about how fucking sneaky, fucking conniving, and how motherfucking trifling you are. Because, bitch, that means the cooking ain't good. That means the pussy ain't good. And that means you definitely don't suck no motherfucking dick. And that's why the motherfuckers are paying. And I'm not, and you know what? And that's why these girls be coming for. They be coming for sex work and spiritualists like me because they know goddamn well, bitch, if we had a motherfucking chance and we got blind, if we blindfolded your motherfucking husband with all due respect, and we both went in that room, bitch, he'll be leaving out with me. And that's why you motherfucker can't take it. You know goddamn well, bitch, that I'm about my money and not the motherfucking getting come in and be left with a fucking kid to take care of a kid. See, that's a lot of people. See, that's what they be hating. They be hating on the strippers, they be hating on the prostitutes, they be hating on the adult entertainers because bitch, the only thing that make us come is motherfucking money. And all y'all just be so entwined and bind with cuteness and good words and big dick. Fuck that dumb shit. Bitch, we all done been there, done that. Motherfucker, I can be the one for you. Trust me, baby, you gonna want this because I get real nasty in the bedroom. Okay, bitch. But what bill can you pay? Honey, oh, you a gold digger? Listen, honey, it costs to be the boss, doesn't it? Bitch, we're gonna be bundled up and colored up living on the streets? No shade. Bitch, we're going to be bundling up and coloring up, having fucked up credit to where we can't even get a house, that we got to jump hotel to hotel because we can't get our own house because, bitch, your credit fucked up, my credit fucked up. Can we talk about it? We got to go stay at the in-laws. We got to live with my parents or your parents because we're not bosses. Like, girl, like it's more than just dick. And it's more than just good looks when it comes to motherfucking getting a man and keeping a motherfucking man. So you goddamn motherfucking right, bitch, that you get motherfucking advice from a bitch like me who can get it, but choose to put that shit on hold. Because, bitch, like I said, I'm thinking. Bitch, I'm thinking about my motherfucking future. That's what it's about. But once again, Python spirits, they want to try to keep you distracted. They want to try to keep you off of what's important. They don't want to give you the tools that you need to manifest. They don't want to give you the power and tell you that you have authority over all things in your life. They don't want to give you life because once again, they give you nothing but death, right? They're here to distract you from your purpose once again. And the two biggest things too that I've learned with the spirit of pythons or the python spirit is oppression and interference. The two things they love to talk about is oppression, being oppressed, being stopped, right? Or them pulling on that victim energy. And once again, they don't really feel like they're the victim. They want you to feel like you're the victim, so they're playing that role. I have to lead by example. I got to act like I'm the victim too. I got to act like, nobody care for us black folks, so I got to jump in on y'all. And that even leads into this as well too. Side note, but not side note, we're going to say footnote. You have all this shit going on in the South, right? The Jim Crow laws. And I probably mentioned this before, but this came up the other day too. Because somebody was talking about a school system getting got or something happened. And I'm just like, well, what happened to the Southern witches out there? Like, we already knew during the BLM bullshit that y'all hoes didn't have the power because none of y'all could put work. Like, we didn't hear stories of these people getting like mysterious plagues and shit, right? Because this is just what I believe in. It's just from my own experience when people tried to fuck with me in real motherfucking life. Okay? And you can look this up. This is all paper trail. Just throwing shit out there. Okay? When people got me together or they tried to and I felt highly offended by it, I voiced it to my spirits and my ancestors that I was highly offended by it and I didn't like it. I felt disrespected. And like I said, this was in person because online, but you can say what you want, do what you want. It's not really that serious to me. Now, you make your way in person, that's a whole nother story. Okay? Because on the internet, girl, what you going to do? Girl, mess up an online reputation from and the people that's going to believe this shit is people that don't support me anyway. The people who support me, girl, they know what it is. Bitch, they're tuned in. They're tapped in. They know exactly what the fuck it is. They know exactly what my intentions are. But going into, once again, slightly and politely, when the shit was going on BLM, they weren't out here doing workings. I think I saw video footages of people out here saging, right? When there was things going on between the Native American people, they were out here saging and shit, right? To get the police officers and stuff to push back. They were like, baby, we need our boundaries. When I was seeing this BLM stuff, I didn't see no black spiritualists. I didn't see no black magi's. I'm talking to the spirits. I'm tapped in to the ones that passed over. I'm married. The spirits are fucking me at night. I didn't see none of these hoes on the news or anything out here doing type of work to type to stop that shit, to shut the shit down. I want to see any of them offering y'all no work to say, let me protect your children. You don't have to tell your child that he's a black man and the police officer is his enemy and blah, 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 blah. Let me show you how you can protect your children. Let me show you how you could, what you can do to stop the law from interfering if you're abiding by the law. Because that's something people don't motherfucking tell you either. But you're breaking the law, baby girl. There's no protection for you. There's no protection for you, girl. You're breaking the law and you're fucking up the whole ecosystem because it goes into that. And this is why the justice system is so fucked up, right? That's why a lot of things are fucked up because people literally try to take advantage of shit when they know they're in a motherfucking realm. When they know that. So once again, where was these spiritual advisors at? Where were these psychics at and these warriors and Ogun and Oshun and I'm this powerful witch and huffing and puffing on camera and the gad day? What was this at when these officers, like, girl, we haven't seen an end to it. Why is there not a plague sweeping through? And I say this very respectfully, girl, because, you know, I love my people, girl, regardless of your white, black, it doesn't matter, girl. I love my people, girl. The ones that should be concerned, the ones that are here live doing fucked up ass shit. Where is the plague that swept through the South that they said that white folks are dying at higher numbers? Where is the ones who put the Jim Crow law? Why these people are not dying of heart attacks and stuff? I'm just saying, I'm just asking. I'm asking for myself and the real spiritual community. If y'all are so intrigued, but also so affected by what is going on and you have the magical powers, what are you doing to change that reality for yourself? Because, baby, you literally have two spiritualists right now that I can name them, baby, that be having videos and they're afraid to leave out of their own. Bitch, they're afraid to leave out their motherfucking neighborhood. They will go out in the daytime. Once that sun go down, bitch, they in the house. Bitch, they doing videos on the porch. They're doing videos in the back bedroom. They're doing videos in the garage. They're doing videos in the kitchen. They're doing videos in the shack. Like, that's what they're doing. They're not doing that. Like they're not doing videos in the daytime, going into town, and I go to people. Like, girl, they're literally afraid. They're literally afraid, and that's not a spirit of somebody who is a master of authority. That is not the spirit of somebody who is a master of self, somebody who knows their abilities. And like I said, baby, you ain't gonna lead me, but you can't lead yourself. If you can't sit here and tell me that you have the ability to get rid of any addiction you have, you can't sit here and tell me that you don't have the ability to heal any sickness that you have. If you can't sit here and tell me that you can't fix anything in your life naturally yourself, but you're claiming to be a spiritualist, you're claiming to be a leader of the spiritual world, like I said, bitch, I know right off the bat that you're a fucking liar. I know right off the bat that you're a motherfucking charlatan. That the spirit of the motherfucking python lives within you. It lives between you. It lives in you. It lives in you, huh? And they hate it. They hate it when light comes in. So a lot of them get upset about releasing your past and don't let go of your past. Hold on to your past. I mean, it's so traumatizing to most of you that you have stories of experiences that you never personally experienced. That people told you these stories, and then you have people reinforcing it. And now you think that that's your storyline. You're like, oh, it got to be true because I heard stories about it. And I'm so upset right now. Me watching this. Like, I haven't seen a video, and I'm going to be done, of, I think, a Uber driver, something was getting assaulted by an older white woman. And it wasn't like the fact that this man was being sexually assaulted, because that's where I was like getting very disturbed by. Like, this woman was sexually violating this man without his permission. Like Cardi B did. That's what she said. She said she used to violate men and shit. I don't do violators of any sort. I don't do gay violators, straight violators, white, black, woman, man. I don't give a fuck. But you a violator, bitch, you a fucking violator. Bitch, you should be motherfucking charged and put under the motherfucking jail, bitch. Because you're a fucking murderer, bitch. You murdering fucking spirits. That's what the python motherfucker spirits do. But anyway, the video of this man getting touched on by this older woman, she kissing on him, and this motherfucker, like you could see, this motherfucker's uncomfortable. The people are commenting, "Oh, he really liked this because he wasn't stopping her," and oh my God, my blood is boiling because I know that white people feel like they can do whatever they fuck they want to us. I'm just like, girl. So there are more stories of white people abusing black folks than black folks abusing black folks. There's more black children being abused and neglected and abandoned because of the mama and daddy got advised by white folks to leave their children alone. There are more white spiritualists on the internet advising their black clients to just run, drop your things and run, pack your bags up, go to North Carolina, go to South Carolina, go Mississippi, go to Alabama. There are white spiritualists that are doing that. Like, let me understand where is, like, it's something I'm not getting. I don't know. It's something I'm not seeing. There's something I'm not getting. There's something that I'm just oblivious to, even going into, a lot of stuff, even going into things that I could possibly be connected to. Being a trans woman of, color in America, I'm just like, these experiences these people are alleging that they had. I'm like, I've never had those experiences. I've never had those experiences, honey, ever. So I'm like, is it a projection of your reality because your mindset is somewhere else? Is it you doing fucked up ass shit to people in your past life and even this life? And now you're getting hunted by your past. And so you think that everybody's out to get you, but people who look like you. Like, I'm just a little confused. It even goes into, and there has to be something with that too. I don't know. Maybe one of my psychologist friends, could tell me this, or clients could be like, this is what it's called. There has to be something too where people is a victim of something, right? Like they had like a heterosexual, let's say Hispanic mother or father that abandoned them and neglected them. So now they're projecting that energy onto everyone else. So I'm not going to blame my mom and dad who are Hispanic for abandoning me and neglecting me. I'm going to blame everyone else who did not save me from that experience. And so now they start to hate other people, even though they know that the people that look like them and act like them and talk like them and walk like them is their motherfucking issue, is their motherfucking problem. There has to be something with that. It has to be called something. There has to be something connected to that, because that's what I motherfucking see, what I motherfucking feel. You ain't gonna tell me that it's the white folks going to the projects doing shit. You ain't gonna tell me that's the white folks that got you, that's setting y'all up with gang colors and shit and getting y'all right together. You can't tell me that on these videos on YouTube and shit of people of color robbing stores and stealing out of Rodeo Drive, that these are white folks in blackface. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that these are white folks that are going into their own neighborhoods and doing stupid ass shit. Like, you cannot tell me this shit, bitch. Like, are we seeing the same shit? Or we're just going to be delusional and say, well, I mean, I did see it, but you got to blame it on the white people. Like, girl, you got to blame somebody, right? You got to blame somebody, girl, but yourself. You got to blame somebody but your parents. You got to blame somebody but your guardians. You got to blame somebody but, once again, yourself. Because, girl, the past is the past. Baby, and this is why we cannot heal. This is why we cannot move forward collectively, because we're holding on to things that does not serve us collectively. And even going into the age of I know, I think, right? We were in I know, I think, and now we're in the stage of I am. That's the new era that we're moving into. If you don't know, now you know. We're moving into I am. So I am able to heal. I am able to let go of past trauma that no longer serve me. I'm able to stop ideas and energies that are not my own from affecting my life. That's the type of energy that we're moving into. And we all move there collectively, we'll see a lot of shit change. But we're not going to see that because collectively we can't get there. Collectively, we like playing the victim role. Collectively, we like making it seem like everybody hates us, but our own damn selves. We like to make it seem like heterosexual people hate gay people more than gay people hate gay people. We want to make it seem like white people hate black people more than black people hate black people. We want to make it seem that Christians, devil worshippers hate Christians more than Christians hate Christians. Like, we want to play this fucking fake ass role. And I'm just like, girl, am I the only one that see this? Am I the only one that see this shit? Am I the only one that see what is going on? Am I the only one that's feeling what's going on? And it's not just seeing, but it's like something is not right with this energy. Where I'm just like, girl, it's fake. It's fake outrage. It's fake storyline. It's fake, girl. Like I said, going into the ABO situation, they passed the ABOs because it said a lot of white folks wasn't having children, or they were having children, but the children were born not healthy and full. Like in the Hitler day, girl. No shade. That's what they were saying. So they banned the ABOs. And you had black folks was the first one to come out and be like, "Oh hell no, you're not gonna tell what to do." And I'm just like, girl, Miss Thing, Miss Thing, Miss Thing, come on now. It had nothing to do with you, ma'am. It had something to do with all them, not with you, though. But you think everybody's just out to get you, girl. I'm the public enemy number one. Nobody wants me. Nobody likes me. Maybe it's because you don't like yourself. Maybe it's because, you get upset by seeing yourself. You don't like yourself being gay. You don't like yourself being married. You don't like yourself being, and these are just examples because you see yourself in other people. So you are a black person who identifies as a black person, and you see other black people and you identify with them. That's why black people like to stare at other black people. They like to say, what is it about this person I connect with? You're saying that subconsciously because you know it's true. So you don't like the gay blacks. You don't like the motherfucking blacks that don't want to fucking break the law and do fucked up ass shit. You don't like blacks that want to experiment outside your race. You don't like blacks that are doing anything for themselves. That's what it comes down to. That's what the fuck come down to, bitch. That's what the fuck come down to, bitch. It is what a motherfucking is. Okay. So the question is, after all this, what we gonna do? What you gonna do? What we gonna do? Probably nothing. Going into the Python spirit again. That's the whole topic of this video. Getting insight, doing your research on what you gonna do. Probably nothing. Just the same thing as people do when they find out how to do money rituals, but people still out here, doing scams and shit to get paid by the government. No shade. But all information, all tea, girl. No shade, but all tea. And once again, like I said, what you gonna do? Maybe people learning about deities of money and sex and love and energy, and this deity can cure me, but yet they're not utilizing that energy. They're just letting themselves, fall out and get sick and stay sick and get sicker. It's very interesting to see that too. People that are awakened and spiritually enlightened and they get high, off the fucking cooters, right? They get high every day and that spirit's talking to me. But seriously, spirit is like, get the fuck up out of here. And they're still there. It's like, ma'am, so what are you tapping into these spirits asking if I got downloads? Aliens came into my house. But I would be asking these aliens, what can I do to take myself and my people to the next level? Like, what information are you accessing with these so-called aliens? Why are you still in the same boat as the rest of us? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Why are you not utilizing, quote unquote, we're saying this thing, quoting, why are you not utilizing these abilities? We're not utilizing these gifts. Why are you not utilizing your abilities to know energy and stuff? And some of you might say, bitch, you don't do it too. I mean, well, ask about me, honey. Okay. I gotta say, ask about me, bitch. Okay, I'm the 1, the 2, the 3, and the motherfucking 4. Anyway, let's go rounding over to the live chat, honey. Ow. 3 people. Oh. Okay, 33 comments. Come on in, TC. Ow, TC, I haven't got an email from you, TC. TC, what email, TC? All right. Come on in here. So we must be talking about pythons tonight. Gosh. Sneaky ass bitches. And I told y'all, python comes from the word puton. Okay, hello? Puton. But also going into the bitch, what? Puton, right? I'm thinking like that now. Puto, right? Ow, come on in here. Sneaking ass bitches. I know that's right. Python spirit. Yes, honey. Ooh, this profile server warrior. Thank you so much, Dad. Thank you so much. Yes, come on in here. It's Debbie. Girl, John Edward and Lisa Caputo. No, there's a guy named Edward Kelly. This guy alleged that his grandmama was a psychic of the South. She was well known. Daddy was looking for me, shade, but his name is Edward Kelly Edwards. I don't know. He's a black guy, bald headed, older, overweight, unhealthy looking. Something going on with his liver and shit too. No shade. See it all in his eyes. He had jaundice or something, girl. Anyway, he said his grandmama was like getting insight from spirits and shit, and she would like go in her room and go in her dresser. Girl, he was telling some weird ass stories. I'm just like, girl, but y'all grew up poor. Like, if that's not a python spirit, what is it? Let's talk about it right now. The ability, just the overview, A Python spirit gives you the ability to foretell things, to see things, to tap into energy, but you are restricted from actually accessing the ability or accessing the advantage of that ability. So you're out here doing rituals and spells for other people allegedly, but you cannot do these spells and rituals for yourself. That is the Python spirit. So that's why I look at all these people and I'm like, baby, you're so powerful, you're so real. Why, like, what's going on? Why is your life not mimicking what you think you are? Because your life mimics your thoughts. If you in real life knew that you were this badass witch and you were powerful and all knowing, you'll be playing in the real playing field, baby. You'll be trying to rub elbows and touch elbows with people that actually have real power and moving and shaking shit outside of this country. Bitch, you're working with nothing but your local, your energy, and if that on the internet, mama, no shade. Yeah, it's the Python spirit that got you stuck in your tracks. And you think that you're going to elevate. You think because you're going to get older and, well, I know what I know. My clientele is building. I'm going to get. Okay. Girl, okay. That's all it be. I've been doing this for 20 years and all that. But there's no paper trail before 10 years ago. And then going into you being a spiritualist, you have this ability. Then why couldn't you get the law officer? And there's no shade to anybody, but that transgender over there that always be trying to advise these people on some shit. What's the bitch name? John D or John Edwards? I don't know, some weird shit, girl. Anyway, I can't remember the bitch, the fake name the bitch went by. But this bitch got in trouble with the law like a lot of them do. And I'm just kind of figure out to myself, if you're so powerful and so adjustment and you know about magic and voodoo and hoodoo and you working with ancestors and shit, why do you have to sue the law to get your money? Why? Because you already doing some shady ass, scandalous ass shit anyway. So why you just couldn't sue, or why you just couldn't do energetic work to get what the fuck you needed? Why you couldn't walk into the place like a boss bitch and be like, bitch, this is how we're gonna play this. To the lawyer, to the fucking judge, this is how we're gonna play it, baby. We're gonna do it the legal way, which is the land of the law, or the law of the land of the law, the law of the land, and then we're gonna do it the spiritual way, baby. And then to turn around and also lose it. It's like, bitch, so where's your spirits at? Where's your powers at? But now you're on YouTube and you're advising motherfuckers on what to do and how to do, but you couldn't do that shit, bruh. Bitch, that's fucking Python spirit, bitch. Fuck that shit is. And that's all these hoes are connected to. And I ain't taking it back. Bitch, check me. 2xspirit@gmail.com. Bitch, hello. If you want to, bitch, I'll put up a hotline. Hello? They fake as fuck in my opinion. You said it. Mm-hmm. There's a witch who called herself Lady Snake. Oh my God. No way. Come on in here, TC. Yes, honey. How you doing? Oh my God, and Jay, I need you to send me over. I need you to go to your YouTube channel. I need you to send me over your YouTube channel link. So let's say you're gonna go to your channel, you're gonna go on the browser, it's gonna say HTTP blah 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 blah. You're gonna send that over, and then I can add you as a moderator. I don't know why they don't let us click on your name no more and add you, give you a wrench. It's literally saying add their name in, add their user channel link or something. Let me see right now. It says something. Let me tell you right now. Hold on. Ben's we're here. Ben's just motherfucking here. Let's see. It says yo channel. Let's get into it. Community. Okay. Right here. What's on your mind? No, that's not it right there. Okay. Where is it at? We did this the other day. Is it settings? Where is it at right here? What is going on? It says, okay, so let's see. YouTube Studio. Okay, see, they have me looking in the wrong places. YouTube Studio, and it's telling me right here, and I don't even know how I found this. We're just gonna go back into this. We're gonna see. Here we go. So it says that, oh my God, I don't know if Little Mer is watching this or not. Tritonic. We haven't seen Tritonic in a couple of months, y'all. Send your prayers and light out there to Tritonic. We have not seen that motherfucker in a couple of months. Okay. But today I saw somebody who looked like him. I was literally, shopping, minding my business because I needed to get some tea for my nachos that I had. And I literally look over and I was like, wait a minute, is that him? I was 2 seconds away from going over there to giving that man a hug and giving him a kiss. And I said, oh, okay, wait a minute. Ooh. I was a little thrown off. He looked up, he had a mole. Only difference is he had a mole. Yeah, he had a mole and he had a little bit of a beer belly. I was like, oh, okay, that's not the 1, the 2, or the 3. So yeah, it says paste the channel URL of the user to add as they managing. Oh, that's the add you. No, it says right here. Paste the channel URL of a user to add as a standard moderator. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. I need that. Honey. Go ahead and send it over, Jay. Okay. Come on in, TC. Not Lady Snake, Debbie, right. Folk here getting drained, but too dumb to realize or feel it. I've seen people who looked great, almost in color, like the aura was fit. You said it. And even going into people, like I've seen people who looked very cheerful, very happy, very healthy, and then they come on in all their glory, and it's just like, sis, what's going on? And they always try to like project their reality onto you, like, bitch, you're on drugs. Why I gotta be on drugs? You're actually showing the signs of it. Like you don't get no sleep. And they say the devil never rests. But you really don't sleep. So that brain is on deprived mode. So what's going on here, honey? Okay. What's going on here, honey? Is she a YouTube bitch? Right. Send me that link over, Debbie. Jay, this lady charged people too for spells. She based UK Great Britain. I seen she looked possessed by something on the video. Ooh. I feel like she can open doorways to other worlds, but she doesn't know how to close them. And those spirits are feeding on her. You said it. And to be honest with you, everyone has the ability to open the doors to other worlds. But like you said, closing them is the real talent. Going into portals and energies being open. When you're tapping into energies like tarot readings and stuff, a lot of people just grab these cards and they're not even aware of what they're doing. So then things go on. They're like, hey, I think I'm cursed. I'm getting a poltergeist in my house. No, bitch. You're opening up energy in your house and you don't know how to close them. So the real question is, how do you close it? That's what you should be asking. Don't, girl. Yeah. Yeah, honey. Some crazy shit, honey. Come on in here. Yes, honey. Mystic, would you say that being under the influence of drugs, alcohol could make you prone to spirit? Of course. Of course. And we're not even going to say spiritual possession. We're going to say spiritual attack. Because what I always would question, I continue to question this, Debbie, is everybody talk about being possessed by a demon. Why nobody talk about being possessed by an angel? And we are close with angels. We work close with angels, right? So why nobody say they got possessed by an angel? Why is it always got possessed by a demon, right? Why is there not like a story of a burning building and one man was able to go on all floors and clear the floor out, and now everybody got out the building before the building fell? Like, why are there no stories like that? But it's always some type of demonic shit. So I do feel like people drinking and smoking become spiritually attacked, not spiritually possessed. I do believe that. Not possessed, attacked. Okay, because now when you're spiritually possessed, you have abilities that you normally don't have. So you're spiritually possessed, you have the ability to heal a sick body. You have the ability to tap into energies that you've never tapped in before. You may even develop a language that you never learned before. Right? You don't even know what the fuck you're saying. You're saying Akusha Malula, and somebody's like, hey, you just said kiss my mama's ass. And you're like, what? Like, no shade. I used to say a lot of words that I had no idea what they were. And people are like, oh, that's a Farsi word. That's a Persian word. That's an Arabic word. I had no idea. I would just say these words because they would come to me. And I'd be like, Shamuta. And I really thought it was Shamuta roll call. I didn't know it was Kabuka. Or how do you say it? Kabuka, Shabuka? What is that? Roll call. My name is, y'all know what the fuck I'm saying. I thought it was Shamuta. Right? Sharamuta. That's what I thought it was. Shamuta, roll call. Bro, that means bitch. Like, girl, I would never do that. Okay. Hello. Never heard nobody tell me that neither. Okay, that's crazy. TS. Black and green is strung together, and that brings me back my money combo. I know that's right, honey. Hello, hello. She did a ritual, and these voices were coming out of the chimney. She was saying the ghost has come into the circle, and candles went crazy. I heard that. Well, let me tell you this too. I'm knowing on YouTube and stuff, and I'm just going to take from my own experience, right? We've done stuff, even live events. When spirits come in, though, it's hard to catch spirits and energies on camera. Like going into channeling energy, moving energy, batteries are now being drained. Like there's a lot that goes into that. So when I see stuff on YouTube and I see videos of stuff, I'm already thinking like this is a little catfish. And we kind of had a conversation about this earlier today, right? Like people are doing scams. Like people are lying and saying that their lashes have grew by taking this supplement and then coming to find out they got on falsies. Or people are lying and saying they took like certain ointments and stuff and pills and their boobs got bigger. They're coming to find out they were using padded bras and wonder bras and shit. Like it's some crazy shit to think about. So I'm just like, if these people are being exposed for that, why wouldn't other people be doing similar shit? Like why are people acting like energy or spirits are not energy? So my thing would be if there's a video out there, somebody's logged into YouTube, first of all, you have your computer, you have bandwidth. Let's just say you have bandwidth, right? You have bandwidth. Like something is gonna change, right? Something is gonna happen, right? Either the just something is gonna go down. I can't even get into that, but something is gonna go down. And it's clear nothing happened. And we're not talking about them disconnecting it. Yeah, we're not talking about that. We're talking about nothing absolutely happened. They're there, you see everything clearly, the lights are there. Girl, the lights are still on, but the candles go out. It's like, girl, spirit, you turned off the wrong electricity. I'm not believing that lady. Okay, she has the ability to do that. She has the ability to change the world. Okay, her Baphomet energy must have been going crazy. You said it, honey. She jumped at a woman with a knife. Oh, yeah, there we go. There you go. You said it. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't force it to drink. You said it. That's crazy as fuck. Was this on live? Right. Oh, yes, it was on live. There we go. Mama was catfishing. Girl, Mama said, let me come with the... We had this conversation years ago. Mama was sitting here talking about, I want to do something amazing for my YouTube channel. I want to make it seem like something is going on and have the lights go out or the light flicker in there. And say, no, girl, because we need to see it. Because it don't look like somebody else turned off the light. But what we're going to do, we're going to act like there's somebody else talking. And we're going to say, like, girl, bye. Like the bitch got on here with fucking Noxzema on her face, talking about she's possessed and shit with fucking contacts on and shit. Like, sis. First of all, the spirit into your body like that, the spirit's gonna give you life. You're already getting possessed by spirits that fucking handle finances and you're a broke bitch, girl. That money's gonna change that first possession. Can we talk about it? Hello? You channeling energy of high energy, girl. Once again, as I talked about before, how people be fucking scamming. Well, you're a channel and you're channeling energy because that's what a channel is. Somebody who can tap into the channel like a radio station. When you're tapping into divine energy, things change. You have miraculous abilities, like mysterious, miraculous abilities. Like all of a sudden, bitch, you're able to do things, people tell people stories, and they're like, whoa, you're speaking to me today, or whoa, you know, you shared something with me the other day, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, what? You're just like, wait, what? I don't remember that. Yeah, you told me blah, 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 and it was true. And it's like, whoa, okay, I need to start charging your ass then. There's no more free reading. Anyway, shit like that happens when you're tapped in. Bitch, going into healing and shit, bitch. Maybe you had a sickness in your body and the spirit heals you. Can we talk about it? Can we talk about it, babe? Girl, the white lady who has a doctorate was saying that the clutter in the home or living space is basically a sign of unresolved trauma. Okay. That's pretty vague and basic, though. No shade. Because everybody has unresolved trauma. Everybody does. So that's pretty basic. Yeah. Pretty basic. That's another thing too. I was sitting there talking about this with with one of my people today, right? Like they were talking about ways to lose weight, right? And I told them I saw videos of people like drinking coffee, castor oil, lemon, and something else in one drink. And then I saw videos of people sitting here rolling their stomach with pins and stuff, thinking that that's gonna like shrink the body fat and all that good stuff. And this lady is very experienced. She's been in this shit since 1970 something. This lady is very experienced, right? Older lady, she's very intense. And she said, "Yeah, I've heard all the stories. I've heard the stuff about people like drinking this and drinking that and having this experience and having that experience." And it's just like all this shit be fake. Like a lot of people on YouTube are experts at shit when it comes to shit that does not relate to them. That is the most scary part to me. Everybody have the issues, they have the answers to, this is what this is, this is how this is. But then you're like, let me see an example from your life. And then come to find out they have marriage problems. Coming from, doing your research on them, they've had other issues in their life. So it's like, yeah, honey, once again, unresolved trauma is every situation, right? You have an issue with somebody and you don't talk it out, that's unresolved trauma. Going into some people have so much unresolved, or some people have had so many traumas that they don't even know what traumas they're suffering from. This is why you see a therapist or psychologist. I myself have both. Okay. And my hoarding and all that doesn't come from unresolved trauma. Okay. And going into past life, because I definitely think I'm a hoarder, even though my sisters and them say I'm not. I think I am. I think having shit you don't really need, I think that's a form of hoarding. Going into clutter, if I stayed around all day, yeah, I wouldn't have no clutter because I'm always doing shit and on the go. Yeah, bitch, there be clutter because, bitch, I'm not girl. I'm not cleaning up today, bitch. I worked 12 hours today. I had a 16-hour work day. No, bitch, I'll do that tomorrow. So, like I said, for me, that's not my case. My situation, according to my therapist, could be linked to, because, of course, they don't know directly, head trauma. Okay, head trauma causes one or the other. Either you're going to be either really, really anal about cleaning, or you're not going to be as anal. So that's it. That's what it is, honey. Anyway, shout out to the white lady who have the doctorate degree. And I really don't even know why that was even brought up. No shade. No shade, honey. The PPP spell. You said it, Debbie. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yes, honey, will too. Okay. There's many types of snakes, there's many types of snakes, so there's many types of snake spirits, and all are poisonous or parasitic. You said it. You said it. You said it. But we said the python in period. That's why in the beginning I said serpent, python, and leviathan. Do not get those three interchanged, right? Do not think that they're all the same thing. Because even going into the Bible speaking about prophets could still be considered a python spirit. But what separates a divinator, that's why I said going into layman's terms, people say, oh, you're a divinator. I personally don't call myself a divinator. Even though I have the ability to divine, I don't call myself that. I call myself a prophetess. I call myself someone who can interpret spirit, an intercessor. I've always called myself that. Anybody ask me what I am, I would say a spiritualist. I would say intercessor, okay, or a prophetess. Like once again, I get information from spirit and I speak about that. I don't like to prep myself. I don't like to plan. I let spirit, guide. Okay, bam, somebody come to me and say, hey, I want to know what's going on. I'm not going to look up. I'm going to just, hey, I want it cold. Same thing when it goes into reading, stuff like that. I want you to give me a pre-background of what you're going to do reading on. I want to, stretch out my spiritual muscles and see what I can pull up and see what I can tap into. And then, of course, if I'm not correct, then you can straighten me out and then we'll tap into what we need to tap into. So it's like, that's what it is. But definitely going into, like you said, there's many snake spirits and not all are poisonous or parasitic. But in a sense of what that bitch was talking about, she's definitely talking about parasitic and poisonous. In the spirit of these YouTubers, very pythonish, honey. Very python. Okay. Listen, not you cutting in. I need to sleep. Listen, I'm telling. They want to conjure that demon energy. You said it. And that's fine. Conjure that demon energy over there. See what they say. Misery love company. My mama will always say, misery loves company. Somebody's unhappy, they want you to be unhappy too. I'm a miserable old bitch, and I want you to be miserable too. So what can I do to make your life miserable? Oh my God, you gotta dislike what I dislike. You gotta hate what I hate. And if you don't, you a square. You a hater. You a wannabe. Girl, girl, girl. Real people don't need groups, girl. Real people don't need company. Honest, direct people don't need company. We enjoy our own company. Misery people have to have people with them in their misery. Okay? The angels rule over the places these demons just dwell in. You said it. Angels sit with astrology in the time people were born, but would you say people are bored of angels? Or there could be some agenda malign angelic beings that make demons look heroic? I've never, I mean, maybe you could send something over. I've never seen anything where a demon was being heroic, though. I've never seen that. And I do kind of feel what you're saying with the people are bored of angels. I think that altogether, because a lot of people are using spirituality as a way to gain money, right? It's not just I'm here to help. Like, people are not driven by helping people, they're driven by the greed of money. And as I always told y'all, and I would continue to tell y'all, I don't have to offer spiritual services to make money. I don't have to, oh, this is my only source that I can get money for. Like, no, there's other things that I can do. There's other things that I'm, educated in. There's other things that I'm trained in. So I don't have to do this for that. But going into me seeing that people need help, me going into seeing that people need, enlightenment, people need to elevate collectively, because I'm hoping that dealing with one person, they share that knowledge with another person, then the seed just keep going, and we see a collective consciousness. But I do know that the Lord's work is not easy. I do know that when you're here to enlighten people and to awaken people, you are changing the mindset of the 99%, and the 1% and the agenda behind the 1% don't want that to happen. So they want to make it seem like you're the crazy one, and then everybody who's in the sickness and the demonic energy is, they're tapping in. So it makes people once again turn people off. Once again, people saying they're angelic, they do angelic magic. And there's a lot of people out there, the Dorian Virtue, people and shit. I'll be like, I'm into angelic magic, but the angelic magic ain't really doing nothing for them. And it's not because they're not connected to angels or angels are made up. It's just they're not aligning themselves to that higher vibrational frequency. So I do think that people are becoming bored with even love and light, as they call it, magic, because it's misinformation out there. And they're saying, I try being nice and nothing's working, but me being mad and upset, things are working. And it's like, really? Really? So you just throwing spells at people all day, burning, doing fucked up shit to people has really empowered you, really changed your life? You really seeing growth? Or you're doing the same shit that you did 7 years ago? Think about it. Okay? She wanted to pretend she was crazy. You said it. Mystic, I like the video you did where you were recording the EMF reader by the candle, and that was crazy. You know what's so crazy? I need to find my EMF reader. I need to find that. I do want to buy another one. We did a lot of maybe eventually those videos will make their way to YouTube. We'll see. I did a lot of stuff I told you we do in-person stuff and we do online stuff. I was going to share my in-person stuff with you guys online. That's kind of where Midnight Metanoia came from, because I got intrigued in situations like people would say, this is the story behind this building, this experience, this location, this city. And I'm like, oh my God, that'd be nice to give people insight on that. But either way, we got into some crazy stuff. Like, I remember there was a guy who was like a ghost hunter on YouTube, and just so happened he lived not too far from my area. And I was like, I want to meet up with him. And Daddy had a video of him going to this place that was haunted, allegedly. And I said, honey, I want to go there. And he's like, are you sure you don't want to go there at night? I said, yeah, let's go there. Well, there's a security guard there, so are you sure? I said, honey, what security company does he work for? Because I know a lot of security guards. Bitch, what's going on? what security company you work for? And he's like, oh, he worked for, I said, I know them. Yeah. And he's like, really? I was like, yeah, you want me to call? So we, of course, called just so I have a vet, because there's only 3 prominent security companies that are in this area that I see a lot. Anyway, y'all, make a long story short. So we go, and this man is like, yeah, in the Asian community, this is a really haunted place, and there's scariness, and we don't know like what happened. And I'm like, okay, well, I have some history with that, because I lived in a haunted house with an Asian family being murdered and all sorts of good stuff, and it was gang related and all sorts of good. So I was like, I know that energy, so yeah, let's do it. So we're doing it, and I had no experience to what this man alleged. It was from 12 to 3 in the morning too. And my friend, who's like a skeptic person, was like, I don't want to go because I'm afraid things are going to happen. Girl, bye. Nothing happened. And of course you heard stuff, but it's like, honey, there's birds in this building. There's no ghosts or spirits in it. Then he's like, you see it? Where? So I was like, okay, well, we're going to do 2 things. So of course there was an app you could download. You take a picture of something and show you. Girl, anyway, it was nothing there. I said, I guarantee you had an experience that you thought you experienced something you didn't. And then I'm looking back at the video, and I'm just like, yeah, that was some setup shit. Like, girl, yeah, you're trying to get your views up, baby. Don't play. Don't play with me, bitch. You're trying to get those views up, girl. Okay. Yes, that healing that came upon after a falling. I know that's right, honey. A rebirth. Yes, honey. Trauma healing has been a big part of the journey recently for a lot of people, too. I feel, yes, of course. Of course. And as I mentioned before, too, I think that every experience that we have connects us to ourselves. So you losing your husband or wife, or you going through a divorce, or you getting fired from a job, that's going to affect you in sometimes more ways than the other. And of course, you learn from that experience, right? This is why you feel some type of way. When people get fired from a job and they're just like, oh, well, I'll get another one or whatever, they have no type of connection to that experience. You're more than likely going to get fired again from another job. And you're more than likely going to have the same pain happen again because you're not learning from those experiences. So even going into the sense of losing someone, like my sister really put my health view in perspective. Once again, you know, knowing how things run in my family. And of course, she died from side effects of getting a weight loss surgery. But once again, seeing that and seeing that energy and you know, just knowing what she went through, it made me say, fuck, right? And I even was feeling like a little bit because she wanted to do a surgery outside the weight loss. She was trying to do a BBL. And I was feeling like because she figured that I had my breast augmentation that she can get, you know, that done. And she would always say, well, you did good. You healed quickly. But either way, it just made me think about that. Like, damn. Like, was she inspired? Like, I don't know. It's just this crazy thing. But anyway, in all that, you know, that loss motivated me to get up and get out and get something. Because when she passed, I said, baby, life is really short. And life could really change in the blink of an eye. And I said, in that process of that happening, you know, new things come about. So of course I was sitting there looking around everything, honestly. And like I said, where I lived at, my sister we lived right up the street from each other the last 7 years of her life. And literally the last 6 months of her life, I lived literally a neighborhood over from her neighborhood. So me, you know, her being gone, you know, it was like, whoa, like I need to change. I need to, you know, yeah, I'm ready to start somewhere fresh. I didn't want to see energies that reminded me of her in that way. Like I didn't want to, you know, think about, and I know that sounds crazy, but I was really thinking about that. Like, is this the way she took home from work when she got off work? Is this the last thing that she saw? And I knew that because, you know, I know the freeway and stuff they got on. So I was like, this is the last exit that she saw before all the stuff went down. So either way, very, very interesting. And shifting, once again, healing from the traumas. Things come up because after that came up, then other stuff came up. I was like, okay, before I go, I need to resolve a lot of issues that I've not dealt with. And it had nothing to do with childhood stuff because I let go of that shit a long time ago. It had everything to do with the adult relationships that I had with adult people. Even going into the very last person that I ever thought would even reach out to me during my sister's loss actually reached out to me, but he actually couldn't show up and be the man that he claimed that he was. So I said, okay, this is a sign that it's really time to move on. And I did. I relocated 200 something miles away. And I didn't look back. And I don't think about it. Sometimes, I think I would have dreams about me waking up and I'm like, oh my God, I'm back in Stockton. What the fuck? I gotta go. But a lot of times I'm like, girl, this is the best decision I ever made for myself. And, I feel empowered. My life has shifted. My life has elevated in many, many ways, and I'm just blown by my experiences that I experience day to day. So anyway, very amazing. Trauma healing journey. Yes, honey. Okay. Or healing trauma. Yes, healing trauma in our journey right now. Come on in here. Girl, my aunt collect these gallon containers of ice cream. She has a huge stack of them in her restroom, but she never, oh, yeah, that's harder, honey. She got to throw that. I agree with, I just don't think that the lady's theory was really accurate. You said it. And to be honest with you, there is some stuff because, of course, like I said, everybody has trauma, but it's like, that's a little vague though. Because I think people who have a bad experience with a man and they want to stay with that man, that could be unresolved trauma. People have a bad relationship with a man and let them tell it, that could also be trauma. They have something called what is it called? Disattachment disorder. They got something called disattachment disorder, which I don't think is real, but they said that literally people will easily detach themselves from people. If you're suffering from this, you were not accepted as a kid. You were picked up. Just all this bullshit that everybody go through. And you can easily get over a situation because, you connect that situation to your bad experiences. That's a detachment. It's something like that. Something stupid on YouTube. Girl, bye. And I'm just like, girl, disconnected. Girl, what? Like, that's how you move on in life and that's how you grow. So you're telling me that people have to wallow. It kind of goes into the diet shit that you have to eat all day. Oh, your metabolism is based off you eating. You have to eat all day in order to lose weight. Like, what? If you're overweight, that's not going to work. If you're underweight, that might work. Yeah. You're underweight, that might definitely work to maintain your weight. If you're an obese person and you're eating around the clock and whether it's salad or not, yeah, your body's not going to be able to utilize the stored away calories and minerals that I have. So now you're going to become mineral deficient, and now you might lose the weight, and now you're having other issues. So it's like, girl, bye. Everything could be connected to something. That's my whole point. Everything could be connected to something. So unresolved trauma could be anything. You relocating could be unresolved trauma. You deciding to cut your hair off because you thought it made you look this could be unresolved trauma. You gaining weight could be unresolved trauma. You losing weight could be unresolved trauma. You wanting to learn about spirituality is unresolved. So it's like, yeah, that could be anything. If she is saying specifically, in her opinion, that clutter and shit is connected to that, once again, I would have to say, Mama needs to go sue that doctor, or Mama needs to go ahead and get rid of that doctorate degree, and she needs to sue the school that gave it to her. Because, baby, everybody don't have clutter. Okay, hello. Not heroic, but I mean, there's storylines where demons are the protagonists, and are the sympathetic character of the good guy of the story. So is this a movie? Is it a movie storyline? It's giving me very much movie, Fanana Fantasy movie, but me, not a movie. Hey. It's so crazy this is coming to my mind right now, but I remember watching this cancer show called Olympus, and they show Gaia, girl, Gaia is what I say. Okay, girl, they say it's Gaia, Hermes, and Zeus in the show, and Zeus was just giant, and he was, he was a giant, and he was half snake. It was weird. I've never seen a depiction of Zeus being a giant human snake hybrid, almost like a naga. You said it. And see, that could be a combination of truth mixed with fiction. Because, of course, there are ancient stories of snake mixed people, half snake. There's actually a civilization of people that was allegedly part snake, part, human. But I'm like, in a sense of that, there's humans that are part duck, part fish, part goat, part moose, part, human. They're human. They got legs as they got legs as arms and as legs. They got feet as hands and as feet. But there's all these energies, in different dimensions and different experiences. I'm like, yeah, I could definitely see them coming up with some tea like that. Okay. So was Jupiter one of the first planets to conquer Earth? In the sense of what? Because of course in ancient history, Jupiter was in fact the original sun. Okay. Can we talk about it? So explain to me when you say conquer Earth. No, it's a web series on YouTube. I mean, the characters aren't actually heroes, but they're the main characters. Right. Oh, well, that's what I'm saying. Okay, a movie. I'm sorry. So there we go. It sounds like a storyline. That's what I meant to say. Pardon me. It sounds like a storyline. I think that there's a song by Willa Ford. I want to be that. You make life look so good. I'm losing all my cools. I replay on your mind. I want to be bad. I think everybody likes being bad, girl. Even Rihanna had a fucking album called Good Girl Turn Bad. Like, I think everybody wants to be bad. I think being good is born to people. And that's why the energy on this planet is so fucking dark. And why I say I think we're in the fucking abyss and Abaddon's motherfucking king of this world. Because once again, everybody wants to be dark. They want to be evil. They like to, I want to cuss you out and fuck you, bitch. People get excited about racism and homophobia and sexism and power. Everybody's power hungry. And I'm better than you because I'm straight. And I'm better than you because I'm black. Like this type of shit, girl. So it's like, in my mind, everybody's born. The majority of people are born with, they're bored of positive energy. And I think this comes into, once again, not just the Python energy, spirit energy, but also going into detachment from your higher purpose, your higher self. Because I think everybody comes down into this abyss and they forget what their true intentions were and what their goal actually is spiritually. So now we get distracted. We will even forget because a lot of us keep having the same life over and over and over and over and over and over and over. We keep fucking reincarnating down here. So we're just like, oh my God, I'm so bored. Okay, finally I am gonna be, this dark ass bitch and fuck God and fuck good angels and fuck good people and fuck your love and life. Yeah, they get bored of it. While other people know that in goodness brings life. We know that in positive energy is the only way to truly manifest. If you're low vibrational and you're filled with hate, you're only going to be able to manifest through lies, scams, and fucking thievery. You're not going to ever make it up out of anything through an honest living. You're not going to get a real promotion. You're not going to get really liked by people. You're not going to ever shake hands and rub elbows with people in power legitimately. They're all going to be scammers and snakes like you. That's why I love when I see videos of people saying, I made it to the top, but I decided to walk away because everybody that I met wasn't real. They were fake. It's kind of like, you have to be fake too in order to encounter that though. Because fake people don't vibe with good people. Like I was thinking about magnets and shit, right? Like magnets, there's the opposite polarity in magnets. Liars don't like truth tellers. Fake people don't like real people. So it's kind of like, yeah, you see me, you're going to say, oh, bitch, I can't stand this bitch. If you're a fucked up person, if you're an evil person, if you're, if you don't know what light looks like, you're going to say, ooh, something about this bitch just disturbs me. I'm so annoyed. This bitch is ugly. I hate this motherfucker. Yeah, because once again, we're complete opposites. So I can accept the fact that when you see me, you see ugliness. I can accept the fact when you see me, you see weirdness. I can say that because we're the complete opposite. But going into having position and having power and being in a place of power, baby, you versus me, who got it? You versus me, who got it? You versus me, who have the information? Who's able to tap in? Who had times where they couldn't pay their bills and they had the smarts to reach out to the creditor and say, listen, baby, I can't pay that much this month, but we can work something. Like, girl, come on now. So like I said, that's what I think it comes down to altogether, is that people are sick of being good and they're tired of it. They're bored with it. But of course, it's an agenda because they don't want you to excel. They want to keep you below, just like money sense and stuff. I learned some real interesting stuff this year. And even when I learned it, I had to ask these professional people because I say it's crazy because I Googled that and they were telling me that it's not smart to do that and you shouldn't do it and it's not good and do. And flat out, the lady was like, no, honey, that is definitely invalid. And she's like, everything you Google is going to eventually lead back to the opposite answer that you originally found. And I'm like, that's so true. So I'm like, girl, when you level up and you get information, people try to stop people who have that information who don't want you to have it for whatever reason. They're going to try to stop you from getting it. That's why I'm like, I love all these YouTube gurus and shit coming out, giving you money secrets on investment and shit. I'm just like, but baby, why, how are you, like, you're not getting your money through this idea and this trick. You're getting your money because you're selling classes to teach people how to do this. That's how you become a millionaire shit. You didn't become a millionaire because you decide to go take a class on finances and you learned the rule. Because if you did that and everybody else do it, now everybody else will do it and now it becomes valueless, just like money. You print out money and people keep printing out money now money becomes invaluable. And that's with anything, going into like say cryptocurrency and shit too. Cryptocurrency is so popular, like Bitcoin, because everybody is buying it. People keep promoting you to buy it. So the more people that buy it, the more valuable it becomes. It's called supply and demand, and now it goes up in price. So now to buy one Bitcoin, you got to have fucking 60,000. When back in the day, one Bitcoin was like what, $100, $200. And if people stop buying into the Bitcoin, then the value of the Bitcoin is going to go fucking down, and girl, it's going to go back to $100 a fucking Bitcoin. But they got to keep promoting it. Now people come out with other Bitcoins. That's the fucking scam. Other cryptocurrency, Litcoin, Barbie coin, Barbie mate coin, badass bitch coin. Like, girl, get the fuck out of here. Girl, and now, let me take it back to you. Now people open up their own banking system now. We got a secretly hidden bank. And it's just like, girl, no, you don't. You got a private lender behind you and you just in the forefront operating the way you want to operate. So you're making up your own interests. That's how you doing it, baby. You know, you're not really a financial institution. We typed your ass in and you did not come up. So like I said, that's the scam of it all. Where everybody's fucking experts. And they're acting like, I got it through this. No, you didn't. You got it through fucking offering classes and events to people, girl. Because you know, if you share the real tea with people, that more people are going to do it and you won't be able to sell your product. The money's going to go down too because now everybody is doing what you're doing. This is 5 tips on how I got rich. Okay. So everybody's going to figure that out. Everybody's going to do it. And now your rich scheme is not going to work no more. No, that's not how it works, baby. That's why banks keep their secrets to themselves. Okay. Hello. Let's talk about it, girl. Other movies and television show have specifically maligned a jelly beans. I'm telling you. Well, we know that too, that TV shows and stuff are corrupted. Let everybody tell it the system is demonic. Let everybody tell it Hollywood is ruled by gay satanic worshipers. I could definitely see it. I do think that TV shows, as I mentioned, TV shows, their job is to confuse you. Movies and all that good stuff. That's why I don't look for my information in movies, TV shows, or even people, because a lot of people intentionally confuse you. They want to keep you trapped. They don't want to see you elevate and sit with them at the same motherfucking table. Okay, can we talk about it? Legion, the movie, which was also made into a show which made angels leave. I'm telling you. But we also said this too, that not all angels are good and not all demons are bad. What separates angels from demons is some angels had agendas. Once again, like the fallen angels. The fallen angels are still angels. Lucifer was a fallen angel. Lucifer is still an angel, right? Just a fallen angel. Now going into demons, demons are basically anything that doesn't really have a purpose, like trolls. We can say that. If the internet was a spiritual realm, people on the internet that troll and do nothing but troll will be considered demons, because of course they have no real agenda. They're just here to be here. They're just taking up space. They're just, they're not doing what it is that they could be possibly doing, right? And that's a low vibrational demon, because higher vibrational demons have an assignment, and it's to clear out things that have no purpose. And we're able to say that can go interchangeably with darker angels, right? Like Gabriel, right? And I think they also called him Gadriel, right? Same name. Gadriel? Yeah. Gadriel and Gabriel. Same name, same energy, girl. And Godriel was actually allegedly the angel that actually convinced Eve to bite the motherfucking fig. And that translates to motherfucking Gabriel. So once again, yeah, TV shows and stuff is to confuse you and to give you misinformation. So I said that's why I said, oh, it must be a movie line. Prometheus, I don't know why they just came to memory. Prometheus is a good example. Yeah, trying to pass on the alien agenda. That's why a lot of black people think that white folks are actually alien, when in fact everybody is alien because nobody's of Earth. Hello? The Earth did not, spit everybody out. Oh, black people are from the Earth. No, they're not. Everybody's aliens, honey. And this show on Netflix, they made the angels into almost like a family corporation. They are not good at all. Yeah, like I said, there's bad angels and there's good demons. There you go. Yes, honey. Bad angels, good demons. Angels have assignments. They have roles. They have orders. There's agendas with angels. Agendas. Yeah, that's their angels have agenda. There's order. Demons don't. Free hand, do what they want to do, how they want to do it, and there's really no purpose. Okay. Yes, honey. Prometheus' brother wife was Pandora. The box cast that halt at the bottom. Wait. Okay. I'm like, okay, I'm right there, right. Not Hop Hope. Okay, come on. I know that's right, honey. I know that's right, girl. I know that's right. You want to break my soul? You want to break so? Come on in here. Not the secret bank, right? Yeah, honey. I saw a video of somebody claiming that they've had a historical bank for all these damn years, and I was reading the comment section because I see videos the first thing I go to, and it was very interesting to see their viewpoints on. So why are they not teaching other black folks of how to do this? And I keep saying, because it's not real, and for two, if they really have this bank, they're not going to show you the secret because now you go up a bank and now their interests and shit have to go down. Another good thing too, I told y'all, why you think banks right now, a lot of banks are raising up their annual percentage rates when it comes to savings accounts. And there's even credit banks and credit card companies that never pre-approve people. Now they pre-approve and they want to give you all this credit. Because, bitch, once again, going into monopoly. Girl, who buys in to buy, you get locked in. Everybody else, you cannot get in. And now you got to start in from the bottom. So the lower interest people that comes in is going to pay the higher interest people interest. That's how that works. No shade. That's what I said, bitch. You're not hopping on. You're not hopping on. You're not getting in. You're not getting in. If you didn't determine how to expand your business during the 2020 to 2023 situations, and instead you were learning how to get profit from the government for your business, then once again, we're going to see the cycle of what's going to go on with your business with the next couple of years versus people who actually educated themselves and they actually expanded their business, right? They became more accessible. And grow, you're going to see them grow. You're going to see their money and energy shift and change. So that's going to be the difference. People that was like, I'm getting a PPP loan because it's 2020. Okay. Yeah, now the loan is gone, the money's gone, everything's gone. What happened? Some people took that money, they invested into other things, and they started other businesses with that money, and they're doing great. Some people took that money just to fucking buy weed and buy fucking beer and shit. Girl, it is what it is. Girl. Hello? Well, this person, the Python spirit, is connected to Pythons, or is it already connected to Pythons? And we're talking about reality. We're not talking about movie-based, right? Is that what we're talking about? Because we have the serpent energy, and Python is a type of serpent energy. But we also have the Leviathan spirit, which is also a type of serpent energy. So we have Pythons, Leviathan, and we actually have serpent. See what I mean? And not in that order. But Pythons is a form of serpent. Leviathan is a form of serpent. There we go. Gabriel, the angel connected to the moon and the mind, it makes sense. They convinced Eve to bite the apple. You said it. Yes, honey, come on in here. Very deep stuff, honey. Yes, honey, come on in here. Come on in here, Tabby. Would you say that Gabriel is a somewhat more warlike aspect of Gabriel? I'm be honest with you. I really don't think so. Like, I think like even going into the term Jesus and even the term Lucifer, Jesus and the devil. Like I think it's one and same. It's just different aspects of that energy. So going into Gadriel being somewhat a more warlike aspect of Gabriel. No, it's Gabriel, but excuse me, Gadriel is just that interpretation of that spirit. Like, what is another one? Like Michael, Michael, Mihaela. These are all the same energies. And many people are like, there's an angel named Mihaela. And I'm just like, no, there's not. Yes, there is. 72, blah, blah, blah. They come to find out, oh, it's a demon. And it's like, oh, honey, yeah. Yeah, honey, that's the lost in translation type of tea. No, I did not. No. Yeah, real spiritual. Come on there, honey. Yes, honey. Yeah. The mind is going to forced awakening, Juanita. You said it. You said it, honey. Listen, honey. It is 12:35. I was only wanting to be here for an hour. Thank y'all so much for y'all loving y'all support, honey. I'm excited. Also, although we're not doing the we're not starting the event until the 1st, the Fan Elixir event. I will be actually setting up you guys' consultations this up and coming weekend if y'all available. If not, honey, we can do it next week too. We can do it. Yeah, I won't do that to y'all because of course we know more that week. So the 29th, the 30th, and the actual day of, we're going to be doing consultations. I'm also, for those who are actually in a Fan Elixir event as well, I'm also going to be emailing you the group me information. And that's what we're going to do as well. Okay. I'm going to send that over to y'all as well. That'll be this weekend. So of course we can do the group thing. And then of course we'll do you guys this consultation. Okay. So I will send all that over to y'all. Okay. Okay. Anyway, Raphael and Raphael. Right. And then going into Raphael, there's darker aspects of, because that's how I was going into this too. Gabriel is a warrior angel, right? Gabriel is considered one of the archangels. Archangels are warrior angels, right? So that's why when you said warlike, I was like, well, I mean, it's the same energy. No. So yes, because Gabriel is a warrior energy, period. Okay, that's all I want to say about that. Going into Raphael, I actually know because that's one of my angels. Raphael is one of my angels. And now they have somebody calling himself Raphael. I won't say nobody's name, but he's a fucking con artist and scammer girl. And I guess because he's healing people, he's like, call me Raphael. But it's like, Rafa Nisi would probably be another name. Another name would be Rafa. Rafa. Not Raphael, just say Rafa. Because the healing aspect of God is called Rafa Nisi. Okay, hello. And if the tongue is right, Rafa Nissen. Okay, the healer. Okay, the healer. So very interesting, honey, to have Raphael, the darker aspect of Raphael, and that sounds crazy saying that, the darker aspect of Raphael, and then also having Rafa Nisi, which actually being the higher aspect of Raphael. Because we know that all angels have God-like qualities. That's why they're named after God. Raphael, meaning, he who delivers, he who blah, 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 blah. Shout out to the girl out there who said that any name that has Ellen is a female name. Shout out to her, girl. Shout out to her. What was her name? Diva. Shout out to Diva, girl. I'm surprised people ain't going to say that Rafa actually means Rachel. Hello. What do you think a woman who likes snake as pets? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Because I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think I would be more concerned though if people was like, I like snakes over people, or out of all the pets, I'm more of a snake person. I think that would be more, warning to me. Going into people who like snakes as pets, Um, maybe the snake remind them of a penis. My question would be this, and this is a real honest question because I'm thinking about it. Is there any lesbians who are not the stud that like snakes as pets? Because I've always connected snakes to the penis. There was a saying back then we used to say rattlesnake and hoodie garden. You know, the vagina was the garden. Oh, come on in here. It was the garden, and the penis was the rattlesnake. Oh, Jesus. Ah. So I'm curious to know how many lesbians out there are pet owners of a snake. Is there any lesbians out there that own snakes? I would like to know. Curious to know. Curious to know, honey. I can see lesbians being either a dog person or a cat person. Because, you know, kitty cat, you know, my cat is purring. Brrr, brrr, brrr. Let me stop. I'm playing. Lachey gonna cuss. Lachey gonna cuss me out, y'all. She gonna cuss me out. She gonna say, bitch, and I heard that comment that you said it. Did Jesus create Leviathan? I remember it's in the Bible mentioned the creature, this creature of the sea. So no, Jesus did not create Leviathan. Leviathan, see, that's why I believe, and I continue to say, like the earth was separated by energies. And in this dark water, okay, let me just give you a background, okay? So before the spirit of the living God, oh, come on in here, the God that resurrects in energy and vibrates. And the whole reason why we even talk about elevation, because we were in the dark ages, right? This is before our type of people even existed. Oh, come on in here, because they said they got fish out there with human teeth in the deep ocean and shit, girl. So it makes you wonder where the fuck we get our teeth from. No shade. They said they got goats out there with human teeth and shit too. So anyway, long time ago, there was other energies, right? Because you can even get into the stories of, you know, there's many gods, and there's one God in particular that put us in this submarine that we're in. And there's other gods out there that has other entities, you know, that they created. Going into the aquatic realm. So there's another deity, another God that is equal to the God that created land, that separated the waters from the waters. And once again, he protected us and everything that's living from those energies. So the Leviathan is a creature that was created by a godlike being, but not Jesus or the energy connected to Jesus, if that makes any sense. Because that's a little hard to explain that. And of course, Jesus is the son of a god, okay? And I won't say demigod, but he was the son of a god. So the Leviathan definitely existed outside of Jesus. That's why the Bible goes into these spirits and the marine spirits and, you know, the separation of these entities. And once again, why they can't get to the bottom of the ocean, but they're not saying why, because, you know, they're not able to get down there and so forth. Anyway, it's just some very deep stuff. It's some very deep stuff to even ponder about. Just very interesting information that we received from the ages of all ages. Come on in here. Hello. You know, it's very interesting, the information of humans and why it's not possible for them to go to Mars and Saturn and all that. And I'm just like, it's a crock of shit. You know what I mean? It's a crock of shit, girl. Okay? That's it, honey. That's it. Okay? Okay. Leviathan, and there's a lot of other sea monsters. There sure is. There's a lot of other sea monsters. Yes, there is. Yes. Are angels asexual or non-sexual? You know, that's very interesting, huh? Because I was told that angels does not have sex. They don't have a gender. That's why all of their names could sound feminine or masculine, right? Gabriel, Gabriel. You know, Michael, Michael. I mean, think about it. So it can all be masculine, but it can all be feminine as well. Like there's no, yeah, angels don't even have a race. Their race is angels. That's why I always say the human race has to be humans as well. And real humans regardless of what your skin look like, your insides still look the same. So your real race is a human race, unless you're not human. Get into my race is black, my race is this race. No, baby, you were told that that's what your race were. Just like you were told that you're a man and you were told you're a woman and all the good shit. It's the food of me. I'm not about to sit and fight about that shit. Y'all are too much. Right. Right, Jay, wake up. Jay, Debbie. Oh my God. That's Aphrodite. That's Aphrodite, honey. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Debbie's. Yeah, Aphrodite, Venus. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Oh. Okay, thanks, Shay. Not she purr. Yes, honey. Yes, you know how they say my kitty be purring. TC, how you been? How you been, TC? Did y'all hear about the new Netflix documentary, More People, and it's how a whole business, and how it's a whole business worth lots of money? No, honey, what is this about? They be stealing from the cruise ships and stuff? Huh? I actually seen those in some videos. It's creepy as hell. What? Jesus? Oh, yes. Jesus being a solar deity. You said it. You said it, honey. You said it. You said it, honey. Yes, honey. You said it. That makes a lot of sense. So would you say Jesus is more of a deity connected to the fresh water and lake and rivers as opposed to the sea, which is Mary's domain? You could definitely say that because, of course, all that leads into the same thing. No shade. You ever see the system of waters, how waters bleed into each other, like the lakes turn into rivers, rivers turn into this and dams and oceans and seas, and the seas turn into the ocean? It's really, really amazing, right? It's really amazing. And even going into the Greek mythology and Oceanus and all this other good shit, girl. It's really, really amazing, right? And so anyway, so Jesus' domain would actually be none of that, right? Because of course he's connected to the solar energy because that is masculine energy. Solar, God gave his only son, blah, 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 blah. That's still, he's a representation of the father energy. So, hey, leave her alone. So going into the domains and stuff, I would even say that, yeah, there's no Jesus domain, right? There's no Jesus domain. He would just basically be the messenger of the solar gods. I mean, that'd be the easiest way to decode that. Because of course they're saying in order for you to get to God, the one God, you have to go through his son. There's no other way to him but through Jesus. So like Jesus is the messenger of his father. It's some deep shit, honey. It's some very deep shit, honey. Mystic was a real angelic power Tali had, similar to Gabriel. And Raphael, was she made up by medieval magicians or something? No. Oh, you said, wait a minute. Wait, Jay. Wait. Mystic was was a real angelic power, Talahiyad, similar to Gabriel, Raphael, or was she made up by medieval magicians or something? She was definitely made up. She was definitely made up, honey. She was definitely made up. Oh, that's how you know my brain is shut down, because I'm like, wait, what? Mystic was a what? Wait, what? Real angels was a mystic. Mystic was the angelic power that Talashida had, which was also similar to Gabriel. I was like, wait a minute, Yeah, honey, they stealing from the cruise ships? Is that what it is? Ow! Come on, interesting. How rivers and seas interconnect. You see what I mean? Ow! You see what I fucking mean? And then they turn into motherfucking oceans. You see that? So what spirit is over oceans? Ow! Come on in here. And Jesus, let me break it down something a little more simple and we're going to be done. Mary is the goddess of, she is the star of the sea. Mariana is Mary. And Mary is also Jesus' mother. And Yemaya is the spiritual aspect of Mary. She is the original version of Mary. Come on, can we talk about it for a minute? And Jesus is actually connected to a god, and don't quote me on this. That's why the popes and stuff be having on that damn fish, the fish mouth on their motherfucking head, and they said that Jesus was a Pisces. So I'm saying all that to say, Mary and Jesus is still connected, and that just proves it. That just proves that that whole story is connected still. Okay. And even possibly even being connected to Olo Cool. Can we talk about it for a minute? Hello? Hello? I mean, who was Mary's father? Who was Mary's lineage? You know we heard stories about that, and why she had the ability to have Jesus without having sex. Oh, come on in here. And her husband named Joseph was a carpenter. We know about that lineage. But what happened to Mary's lineage? Whoa, come on in here, somebody. We need somebody to come on in here and break us down. What happened to the lineage of Mary? Who is her siblings? Did Mary have a sister? Did Mary have and not Mary Magdalene, girl. Did Mary Jesus' mother, the virgin, the Immaculate Conception story? Who was her parents? Who was her mother? Who was her father? Who was her brother? See, it makes you really wonder about some things. And it makes you even think about this for even a bigger moment, because in the beginning of the stories, oh, come on here, somebody, it says that Adam was a hermaphrodite, and Adam got split up. Oh, come on in here. And that's when the male and the female got separated. Oh, Jesus, somebody better talk to me now. So it caused me to wonder for a few seconds of my life when I was a teenager. I said, what happened if God was God and Mary was also God, and God was just some type of cross-dressing individual? And when he played the feminine role, he was playing Mary. You know, no shade. Girl, how many drag queens that whoa, wait a minute. Spirits talking to me now. There's even a restaurant called Mary Jane's Burger, which is catering to the LGBT community. Oh, girl, come on here. Is it Mary Jane Hamburgers or is it Mary Hamburgers? Bitch, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about, girl. So it made me think a couple of years ago where I was like, wait a minute. What happened if God, because he's omnipresent, omniscience, and omnimosis, okay, omnipotent. Is it omnipotence, omniscience, omniscience? Anyway, girl, my brain is shut down, girl. You have to excuse me right now. But I said, what happened if he was like, I want to see what it's like to be a woman because I'm a man? So he created an energy that was actually him. And he wanted to have sex with himself to create, oh, come on in here, his only seed. And the only one that was able to give him his seed without having sex. Because see, bitch, now the stories are making sense to me. Because I'm like, a virgin having a baby and she just got pregnant? Like the spirit fell on her and just impregnated her? No, it sounded like to me that he was over here like the stories of the Amazons. Sound like he was over here playing with himself and got himself pregnant. And that's what it sounds like to me. And the stories got rewritten and got changed up and got re-motherfucking told. And that's what it's giving me. There's some secrets upon motherfucking secrets, girl. No shade. Because Mary spiritually don't have a counterpart like that. Joseph is a counterpart according to the Bible. But spiritually, people don't have a counterpart for Mary. But we have a counterpart for Lady Guadalupe. We have a counterpart for Santa Muerte. Okay, these are all the three sisters. Can we talk about it for a minute? Let them tell us the same energy. Lady Guadalupe is still Virgin Mary. Virgin Mary is Virgin Mary. Miraculous Conception Mother, the Milagrosa. Okay, and then going into motherfucking Santa Muerte. Bitch, they said it's all the same energy. But I'm like, girl, what happened if, baby, it started with Santa Muerte. Her husband came on out and he said, baby, we're bored. Let me stop. But going back into the Jesus stuff, it really had me thinking that many, many years ago. I was like, wait a minute. So God, because God created Mary. If he created Jesus, then he created Mary too, right? Or is Mary a whole nother civilization or something, girl? Let's talk about it. So it made me think, did God create Mary, but it was really him and he was just playing this role? Just dressed up like, this giving me Jamie Foxx and Wanda and shit on Living Color shit. Wanda 1 minute, Jamie another minute. This giving me Medea shit, Tyler Perry, and then partially where you going into being Medea and all that. And I was like, did God become married for just one night? And then he was like, baby, I'm not doing no weird shit. I'm not letting Joseph get all up inside me. I'm not letting Joseph do any motherfucker thing because I don't get down like that. He said, I want to be the seed giver and the seed bearer. Oh, come on in here. Oh, come on in here, girl. That's why they say we're in the age of Aquarius, the water bearer, the seed carrier, honey, the seed spreader, the fertilizer. Oh, come on in here. How? Come on in here. That had me thinking, for real, for real. Okay. That was my thought many, many years ago. I said, bitch, something ain't sounding right with your story. I need to know what's going on. Okay. Hello? Oh, yeah, I was feeling the Tiny Hot was made up. I just wasn't feeling it full. Right. Mer people is about people who like to dress as mermaids. They train for hours and pay lots of money. Oh. I got all that from the trailer. A fool. A shame and a scandal. Pan, Onus, Oceanus was the lord of the fresh waters, river, Oceanos, and that circled the world. Sounds similar to the firmament. Hello? Now, ocean is salt water, body words changing meaning. You said it. So Jesus, the manifestation itself. Wow, Jesus. Because we said that Jesus has authority over this realm in order for you to go to the next realm. So it says in order for you to manifest, or in order for you to, in order for you to manifest, you have to gain access to your authority. And once you become, you have access to your authority, now you become a masterful manifester. And that's why everything in this life deals with masters and slave, because it is one body. Oh, come on in here. So the lower self is the slave and the higher self is the master. So the slave is taught by the master, but the master is also taught by the slave, because the slave sees what the master, or the slave sees in the master what it could potentially become, and a master sees in a slave what it either once was or what it will once return to. So there's levels to mastering, right? You have to master your levels. Going into any type of religion, there's levels to things. In order for you to go to the next level, you have to master. Even putting it into this perspective, going into video games, before you go to the next level, you have to fight the master. Can we talk about it for a minute? Hello? Can we talk about it for a minute? Hello? Okay, that's how everybody manifests. That's how people are seeing shit, sequences of shit. We're hearing names, we're seeing numbers, we're feeling vibrations. We know that something ain't right with people and energies and places. Like, bitch, you shouldn't be on here. We know this. Okay? I seen that trailer, he was cutting off people's heads. Ooh, honey. Ooh, oh my God. Parthenogenesis. I know that's right, honey. Parthenogenesis. 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 Missing is Lucifer a principality. Wow. Yes. Wow. Well, actually, I believe that Lucifer would be, that's hard. A cross between a power and a principality. Yes. I would say a cross between both. A cross between both, honey. Yes, honey. Ow! Listen, y'all. I gotta go. It is 1 o'clock. It is 1 o'clock. I'm supposed to be waking up at 7 in the morning. That's not gonna happen. But thank goodness for B12. Yes, Jesus. Yes. Yes, Lord, for the rest of your days. Yes, Lord, for the people. Yes, Lord, for the people. Yes, Lord, for the rest of your days. I'm sorry, I'm putting up my new headphones, y'all. I got me some AirPods, honey. Yes, bro. I got me some lava. What is this teal colored AirPods, girl? And I'm gonna see if I have to. Hey, stop kicking me! Stop kicking me, bitch! Hey, stop kicking me, Bella. Y'all gotta go because Bella doing too much now, bitch. I gotta fucking go, y'all. I gotta go, y'all, because Bella doing too much now. Bella, what? You being nosy. She's like, what is going on? None of your business, honey. Anyway, y'all, bye for now, y'all, okay? Love and light. Okay, y'all, we will definitely be talking again very soon, okay? Love and light goal. Countdown. Oh, nope. I'll wait until I come back again. Okay, y'all. Let me go, y'all. I'm glad I ate. I got to burn a little bit of my calories. Okay. Hey. She keep kicking me. I need you to go. I need you to go over there with baby. And leave me the hell alone. Leave me the hell a fucking alone, baby. Leave me a fucking alone. Okay. Blessings, right. Blessings, love and I go all. Hey. There we go. Yeah, get your Bella didn't like that type of teaching. Oh well. She keep kicking me, bitch. I decided to push her ass over there, girl. She didn't like that. She gad. She get. Yeah, baby, you really realize. This bitch is getting possessed, y'all. Bella, Bella losing her stuff, girl. Mm-mm. She losing her stuff, Jesus. I need you to come on in here and save this girl. She losing it. Anyway, threesome in Thor's room, also peace, y'all. Right, I know that's right, honey. I know that's right, honey. I know that's right, Jay. I know that's right. Anyway, oh shit. Love and light. Love and lights. Bye for now.